Hodgepodge Hoosiers. This morning I'm going to put together fresh pet food, dog food in my crock pot and get it cooking. And then I'm gonna, when it gets done, I bought these containers at the Dollar Tree and I'm gonna freeze them, take one out of the morning and start giving it to my little Dachshund. Now these are, what size? 1 cup. She will get a half a cup of the evening, so it'll go for 2 meals. But the high as Kibble is starting to get, I've been pondering making my own dog food and finally talked to my vet last week. She had went in for her annual checkup, and then I talked to him and he actually called him later and told him, I said, hey, I've been tinkering around with making fresh pet food. What do you think? And he said it would be really good. He said, told me some ingredients to put in it. So I'm not going to stop her dog food. I just want to make it stretch because she uses Hill Science diet dog food, and every time we buy it, it's going up a few bucks and it's getting ridiculous. So I'm gonna make this, and then I'll give her kibble of a morning, and then of an evening for her evening meal, I'll give her a half a cup of this stuff and maybe even put a little kibble on it. I'm just trying to stretch it. So anyway, in my crock pot, I've got 2 pounds of fresh ground turkey. And it's the extra 93% lean. And I'm gonna throw in, I had this bag of peas in the freezer, so I'm just gonna throw in probably half of it. I don't want her to have a whole lot of peas. And then I've got a bag of frozen carrots I'm gonna put in. And then I got a bag of frozen green beans. Now if this works out, I'll probably start freezing my fresh green beans that I get out of the garden. But right now they're all canned and I want to put in frozen raw ones so they can cook with it. I had a little bit of fresh butternut squash. I'm going to throw it in there. And then this is where my spinach powder can come into play. I'm just going to put like a tablespoon of spinach powder in it. Rice is good for their digestive. The vet said brown rice would be fine. This is white rice. I'm worried the brown might hurt her stomach a little bit more, and I know she can eat the white rice. So I'm gonna put in a half a cup. And this is my home canned chicken broth. As you see, there's not a lot of fat in this one. When I did these pints, there wasn't a lot of fat. So as long as there's not a lot of fat, I'm gonna put broth in here. I know there's not a lot of preservatives in it. I know exactly what's in it. So I'm gonna put that in it, and then a half a cup of water. And then I'm gonna put the lid on it. Let it cook. I think on high for 3 hours is what the recipe that I found said. So we'll let it cook, and then we'll come back and see what it looks like and how it mixes up. Then I'll get it put in containers and she will have food. And like I said, this is a trial basis. If she likes it, I'll make more, and I can always add different ingredients. You can add blueberries. I think cabbage is good for them, not for sure. I'm going to do some more research on some different kinds. This is ingredients that my vet had said she could eat, so this is what's in it. I'm gonna do some more vet recommended recipes and just find different ingredients. There's not a whole lot she don't like. So I'm gonna maybe make a little variety each time, introduce it slowly and see how she does. Okay, it's been about 4.5 hours. I'll let it go longer. I got busy doing stuff, but it looks good. Just stirred it all up. Smells like you've made a ground turkey stew. So what I'm gonna do is, I've got a cup measuring cup here. I've got all my bowls. Now it is still warm. And I'm just gonna put a cup in each one. And I'll have to let them cool before I put the lids on them and put them in the freezer. Like I said, I can take one out the night before and put it in the fridge. And then the next evening, I'll give her a half a cup with some kibble. And so this will last 2 days. So I've got 20 days worth of half servings here for her. Like I said, she still needs all of her extra vitamins and stuff. So that'll be in the kibble. It's just right now, it'll help cut down costs. Plus, she's getting some fresh food. I mean, this is all, I know what it is. There's no preservatives or anything in it. Probably have to root me up a couple more. Well, I might just be able to keep the rest of that in the fridge. It's probably... So what I did here... You can see that's probably going to be another cup. So that's 11 cups is what I did with that recipe. And I halved that recipe of the meat. It was supposed to have 4 pounds of ground turkey. And I put 2. And I only put half a bag of peas. I did put the full bag of carrots and green beans. And I only put a half a cup of rice instead of a cup. Now the recipe said to put in... 1 can of no salt added kidney beans. I've read conflicting stories about kidney beans, and my dog, she something she's never had. And I know she eats carrots. I know she eats green beans. She likes rice because when she's sick, that's what the vet orders, is to give her plain, bland, white rice. And ground turkey, I'm sure she'll be fine with. And it called for spinach leaves. I didn't have spinach leaves in the house, but I knew I had dehydrated a bunch of spinach last fall or spring and ground it up into powder. So I used that. I know that's in it. So yeah, if this works, I'm going to be doing different varieties so she don't get bored with it. You can do ground chicken, organ meat. I'm not crazy about doing organ meat, but I won't rule it out, I guess. But when you get a deer in the fall, venison is something, because that's a good lean meat. You just don't want them having a lot of fat, but it needs to be a balanced deal. So anyway, I'm gonna let these cool on the counter, and then I'm gonna put them in the freezer, and I'll probably let you know in another video how she does with them and if I'll be doing another round. So this is Shelly from Hodgepodge Hoosiers. If you liked the video, please comment, like, share, subscribe, and until next time, bye for now.